Derry has never been a town that lets things end quietly. And Episode 8 of It, Welcome to Derry, proves that one last time. What starts with fog rolling into town explodes into a full-blown nightmare of floating children, shattered timelines, and the most dangerous version of Pennywise we've ever seen. This finale doesn't just wrap up the season's chaos, it completely changes how we understand Pennywise, his connection to time, and what defeating him really means. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master, and today we're breaking down It, Welcome to Derry, Episode 8 with a full recap and ending explained, including the massive reveals, the heartbreaking losses, and the chilling hints about the future of Derry that tie directly into the It movies. Pennywise takes the stage at Derry High. The first major shock of the finale hits at Derry High School, where Pennywise stages one of the most disturbing sequences in the entire series. Using the principal's corpse like a grotesque ventriloquist puppet, he orders every student into the gym. The doors slam shut, panic erupts, and then the curtains part. What follows feels like Stephen King filtered through pure nightmare fuel. Pennywise, now enormous and drenched in blood, tears the principal's head off and launches into a twisted musical performance. It's absurd, theatrical, and horrifying all at once. This moment feels intentional in a meta way. The show began with echoes of The Music Man, and now Pennywise literally turns terror into a performance. As the deadlights explode from his head, the entire gym full of kids falls under his spell, floating, hypnotized, with patty cakes front and center. The implication is brutal. This cycle's death toll isn't going to be small. Pennywise isn't hiding anymore, he's recruiting. Following the blood trail, Ronnie, Margie, and Lily remain at the standpipe, where missing posters now plaster the structure like a memorial to Derry's stolen children. When the fog rolls in, they follow their instincts straight to the school, only to find the principal's head, his body, and a trail of blood leading away. Margie's line, "I want to kill that fucking clown," lands as one of the most powerful moments of the season because it's raw, earned, and no longer fueled by abstract fear, but by rage. The girls steal a milk truck and follow the trail, leading them into one of the most haunting images the show has given us. Pennywise rolls through the snow in a circus cart playing a mournful tuba dirge, while dozens of children float behind him like macabre balloons. It's the perfect visual metaphor for Derry itself, a cheerful surface masking a procession of stolen lives. A father's fear and Pennywise's cruel game. Leroy Hanlon's storyline reaches its emotional breaking point when Pennywise calls him directly. "What scares the man without fear?" Pennywise asks, before briefly letting Will's terrified voice come through the phone. The cruelty here is surgical. Pennywise isn't just threatening Will, he's forcing Leroy to confront the one thing he can't fight his way out of. When Leroy seeks help from Dick Halloran, he finds a man shattered by supernatural torment, nearly ready to end his own life. What pulls Dick back isn't strength or bravery, but desperation. Leroy begging, voice breaking, asking another man to help him save his child. Javon Adepo delivers one of the most powerful performances in the entire series here, grounding cosmic horror in painfully human fear. The dagger, the pillars, and the cost of knowledge. At Rose and Daniel's farm, the mythology of Welcome to Derry comes fully into focus. Rose explains that the sacred dagger can replace the melted pillar and recage it, but only if Dick can find it. His shine is blocked by vengeful spirits, so Rose prepares a tea made from what she calls maturin root. The show flirts heavily with Stephen King lore here, invoking the turtle without ever fully committing to its presence. The tea clears Dick's mind enough to locate the dagger, but Rose warns that removing it from its resting place damages the mind, and that it will fight back with unimaginable force. That warning proves painfully accurate. The frozen river and Pennywise's circus. The girls' journey is nearly derailed when Margie crashes the truck, leading to a tense confrontation over the dagger. Lily's possessiveness reaches a breaking point, but Ronnie pulls her back by reminding her of her father's words about lifeboats and anchors. That moment re-centers the story around chosen family, a recurring theme across every It adaptation. They follow Pennywise onto a frozen river, where Will stands at the front of the floating procession. Pennywise welcomes them with mockery, calling them the fool, the freak, the failure, before Ronnie drives him back with the dagger. But Pennywise adapts instantly, snatching Margie away and dragging her into the fog. Pennywise lives across time. This is where the finale drops its biggest revelation. Pennywise doesn't just remember past cycles, he experiences time all at once. He calls Margie by her future name, Margaret Tozier, and reveals that she will give birth to Richie Tozier, one of the Losers Club members from the films. This isn't just a clever Easter egg, it's a fundamental redefinition of Pennywise as an entity. To Pennywise, death and birth are interchangeable. Yesterday and tomorrow are meaningless. His cryptic line about his death being his birth reframes every defeat he's ever suffered. Pennywise isn't beaten, he's displaced. He taunts Margie with Richie's missing poster from the films and even uses the Loser's catchphrase, beep beep, proving he knows exactly how his story ends and begins. Holding the monster still, Pennywise freezes, mouth agape, just as he did when confronted by the dagger before, but this time it lasts longer. Dick is inside his mind, controlling a vision where Pennywise is vulnerable, tended to by the carnival workers and addressed as Bob Gray. Pennywise's rage at being called that name exposes the lie at his core. Bob Gray isn't real, it's a mask. A story he tells himself to exist among humans. The military's arrival ruins everything. Ordered by General Shaw to capture Halloran and Hanlon, they open fire, killing Taniel and wounding Leroy. Once again, human cruelty proves just as destructive as supernatural evil. Dying, Taniel passes the dagger forward, forcing the children to finish what the adults started. Ghosts, sacrifice, and temporary victory. As Pennywise regains control, he taunts the kids with a mocking, "So long, losers," and moves in for the kill. Leroy manages to blow Pennywise's head off, but it's only a temporary setback. The Deadlights take Leroy, adding another victim to Derry's long list. Then the impossible happens. Ghosts appear on the ice. Sesky, Rich, in true It fashion, love and memory become weapons. Rich's spirit flipping Pennywise off as he runs past him is both heartbreaking and triumphant, giving the kids the final push they need to plant the dagger. Pennywise transforms into a massive winged creature, but it's too late. The pillars reactivate, blasting him apart in a storm of light. His body flickers through past forms before collapsing into an orb of deadlights that skitters away. Pennywise isn't destroyed, he's reset. Aftermath and the weight of survival. Reunions follow, but victory is incomplete. Rose mourns Taniel, cradling his body and singing to him, a reminder that defeating Pennywise always comes at an unbearable cost. The show makes a point to address Indigenous representation, acknowledging its attempts at improvement while still falling short by reducing rich cultural elements to narrative tools. Rich's funeral brings quiet closure. His spirit lingers, unseen but felt, and Dick's words to his parents confirm what the series has been saying all along. Love doesn't disappear in Derry, it just changes form. Leaving, staying, and remembering. As characters prepare to leave town, the question of memory looms large. Will and Ronnie share a bittersweet moment, assuming distance will erase everything, but Will stays. He writes to Ronnie, hoping memory can survive geography. It's a small act of rebellion against Derry's curse. The Chapter 1 title card confirms what we already suspect. This story is only beginning. Post-credits and the loop closing. Just when you think It Welcome to Derry is finished, it hits you with a chilling post-credit scene. And honestly, it might be the most important moment of the whole season. The scene opens with Ingrid Kirsch being committed to Juniper Hill, the same asylum she once worked at. After being exposed to the deadlights in the previous episode, she's completely lost her sanity. As time passes, the scene jumps forward to October 1988, and Ingrid is now older, played by Joan Gregson, the same actress who portrayed Mrs. Kirsch in It Chapter 2. That alone is a huge red flag for longtime fans. We find Ingrid quietly painting an abstract image of a clown when she hears chaos down the hallway. She slowly makes her way toward the noise and overhears staff talking about a woman who has just taken her own life. The name hits hard. Elfrida Marsh. fans immediately recognize her as Beverly Marsh's mother. In the room, a man and a young girl are sobbing beside the body, and when Mrs. Kirsch speaks, the girl turns around. It's a young Beverly Marsh, played again by Sophia Lillis. Mrs. Kirsch tries to comfort her in the creepiest way possible, smiling and delivering the line that defines Derry: "No one who dies here, ever, really dies." It's an unforgettable moment, and one that recontextualizes everything we know. There's a lot packed into this scene. October 1988 is the exact time Pennywise resurfaces and kills Georgie Denbrough in It. That timing strongly suggests Elfrida's death may be connected to Pennywise's return, or at least the dark energy that spreads through Derry whenever he awakens. This moment also marks the first and possibly only real meeting between Ingrid Kirsch and Beverly Marsh. That last detail matters because when Beverly encounters Mrs. Kirsch again years later in It Chapter 2, it isn't actually Ingrid at all. It's Pennywise wearing her face. By that point, the real Ingrid is likely long dead, and Pennywise is simply twisting one of Beverly's earliest traumas into another weapon. The post-credit scene doesn't tease something new so much as it completes the cycle. It shows how Pennywise feeds on pain, how trauma repeats itself across generations, and how Derry never truly escapes its past. And with that final line, "No one ever really dies in Derry," Welcome to Derry leaves us right where it always does, trapped in an endless nightmare, waiting for the next cycle to begin. See you in 1935. Can Pennywise travel through time? The finale strongly suggests Pennywise doesn't travel through time the way humans understand it. He exists outside of it. As a macroverse entity composed of deadlights, he experiences all moments simultaneously. When he's defeated by the Losers Club, he doesn't cease to exist. He re-enters the cycle elsewhere. That recontextualizes everything in It Welcome to Derry. Pennywise isn't just feeding, he's attempting to erase the bloodlines that will eventually destroy him. If he can kill Margie before Richie is born, the Losers Club never forms. His defeat never happens. Margie's fear isn't paranoia, it's logic, and that's why the ending works, even with its messiness. Pennywise isn't just a monster, he's trauma, repeating, echoing, waiting. And in Derry, the fight is never really over. Our nerdy thoughts, and that's where It Welcome to Derry leaves us. Not with a clean victory, but with the unsettling truth that Pennywise doesn't end, he just waits. The monster may be recaged, but time itself is still on his side, looping fear, trauma, and loss through generation after generation. As Derry breathes again, we're reminded that this was only Chapter 1, and the past still has plenty of blood left to spill. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more horror breakdowns, and let me know in the comments what you think Pennywise's next move will be. Until then, remember, in Derry, nothing ever truly stays buried.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.